Good evening, everybody. We are back for another Liberty Racing Series Super Speedway race. We've got Xfinity cars tonight at Daytona. Should be a good night tonight. I don't have my typical co-host in the booth with me yet. We're waiting for RJ to get home. He was stuck at work a little bit late, so he will be here just a little bit later. Hopefully we have him by the time we get ready to go green. So couple of things to note for tonight. This is the round of 16. So we're going to go ahead and get that up on screen for you. So these are all the drivers tonight that are in the playoff chase that we're going to get down to the round of 12 tonight. So you're going to want to keep an eye on all of those drivers. If one of those drivers chooses not to show up tonight, from what I understand it with the announcement that was in the Discord, we're going to go ahead and bump in somebody that was on the bubble into that slot. So it gives somebody a shot at that. But I do believe we have all of our drivers accounted for tonight based on the numbers that I'm seeing in the stream here. So make sure you look at Gabe's paint. Oh God, Ron, why do I not want to do this? Well, it's a good thing he's probably not on track at the moment. Oh, there he goes. Yep, we see him. We got some new overlays for tonight too. So that should help things. Oh my God. This is atrocious. Why would you do this to a car? Also, why is there a sack on the back with my logo on it? I don't even know. I don't even know. I have concerns about all of you. Yeah, like I said, we've got some new overlays tonight, or we had them for Corn's League race. We've got them incorporated here. And I'm really liking the way things are looking so far.
Can you hear me?
I've got Wes. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? Just a little bit of delay here. We got our Eye in the Sky that's on the way.
Yep.
As well as just we had to create the new session, so we're making sure everybody's in here. And malfunctions with at least two of the admins getting stuff running properly. So
yeah, I gathered that when I was in the first session, and all of a sudden in advance I go, do I need to get the stream going sooner?
Yeah.
So
just a little heads up of what's going on.
Yep. Nope, I can fill the time. We're good.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm gonna let them know now.
All righty, buddy.
Already.
All right. Well, while they're doing that, we're going to get back to a few things here. So we'll get the race info up for tonight. It is 80 laps tonight in the Xfinity car. They got one fast repair and two sets of tires. 78 degrees in the air currently. That's 78 degrees on track. So we should be in for a good night of racing. Let's get a couple other things up while we're sitting here waiting. We did have a little bit of a technical difficulty with the session. Somebody accidentally bumped the advanced session, so we're dealing with that and kind of filling some time while we wait on RJ to pop in. So and these guys want me to take another look at Gabe's paint scheme. I seriously have concerns about this. I mean, I see the hood and everything. Like, I guess I'm missing something. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But anyways, we're going to try and leave a few of these things up just so you guys have some idea of who we're looking at all times. So hopefully help a few things. We do have some different overlays with, last lap time, leader's lap time, things of that nature. So it'll make it easier for us to kind of bring you the action a little bit easier throughout the night. So, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why does it have my logo on it then, Aaron? And I can't just pan over the hood, Gary. I don't have, I don't have a, way to do that very easily. Gee, thanks, Ron. Appreciate you. Well, I mean, we've got 18, 22, 4, 6. We got 26 drivers on track tonight, 18 of which have ran around here so far in practice. All of them actually really close on lap time, so I expect a lot of side-by-side draft, and we'll see how the wrecks fall out tonight. Hopefully everything kind of goes smooth, but we'll see. So I guess while we're waiting, trying to fill some time here, I guess, does everybody got picks for your winner tonight? When's going to be our first caution? How many cautions we're going to get? Remember, 80 laps tonight in the books. Scott, I can't promise anything. Yeah, Gary, that was Saturday night. This is an Xfinity car, which is much different. Double D for the win with 10 cautions. I like Ron's optimism there. Gabe wins it. Schroeder Rex lap 3, 10 cautions. Ziegler for the win. That's a good choice too. Not relevant. What's happening? No, not a free track. It wasn't a free track, Mosby. Robin and 5 cautions. I will say Dennis is not too keen on the Xfinity. He was not thrilled that it was Xfinity tonight. I will say that. So you might want to get with Korn for that idea, because I know he's got a race coming up, which also brings me to another point that I can fill time with here. Me and Robert are actually putting on a breast cancer awareness race, October 25th, 7 p.m. It's trucks at Dega for 100. I think it's 100 laps is what she's got it scheduled for. $20 buy-in. And all proceeds are going to go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. We'll have a QR code and everything for that. Donations will be live, I think, from the 20th through the end of the month for that. If anybody wants any information, you can find all that over in my Discord, Korn's Discord, JD's Discord. To get you a link over to Robin's, and we can get you signed up and everything. But we're gonna do some racing for a good cause. I'll have that broadcast here as well. And hopefully we can raise some money. I think the goal Robin set was $1,000. The nice thing is everything is done through the Susan G. Komen Foundation, so you don't even have to worry about the money going to me or somebody else. It goes straight to them. So, but it looks like we finally have a co-host.
Yeah, they locked the door. Did you change the locks on me?
Well, Tom was just here.
Oh,
Did you see Tom on the way out? He might have locked it.
Yeah, we waved at each other.
Was he wearing pants?
No, I was kind of curious. I was going to ask.
Okay. He was wearing pants when he was in here, so if he wasn't wearing pants on the way out, I'm concerned.
Well, does that mean I have to wear pants?
Yes. I mean, I'm wearing shorts, but...
Okay, well, hang on. I got to go put my pants back. Drop me out here!
Don, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you been? So that's another thing to pay attention is we have Kevin West on the screen. Kevin is your defending champion. So the question tonight is does Kevin stay alive into the next round? Does the trailer park Wi-Fi continue to work? He's had some issues. Said he had to possibly borrow some Wi-Fi from a local Dollar General. We'll see what happens there.
Oh my.
But Diesel's saying Kevin's gonna get wrecked out. Trailer park dude's gonna get wrecked.
Oh.
What else we got? We got a lot of good drivers in the playoffs. Obviously everything resets for this one, so we'll see what happens. Oh, and another thing to note too, as well, since we've got quite a few watching right currently, we will be live tomorrow night. We're going to bring you guys the Yes Car 87's thermal sweep series finale. So we'll have that. That's going to be 50 laps at Dega in the 87s. So we'll have that up. That'll be going live about 9:30, I think it was 10 o'clock. It's quite a bit later, but we'll have all the coverage for that. And then we'll have Thursday, Friday off, and then I think the plan, either that or I'm either gonna do Yes Car 3D Friday night or Saturday night. I haven't decided yet. I gotta let Dave know. But we also have a charity race on Saturday that I'm broadcasting. That'll be at 7 o'clock, or practice opens at 7. Racing starts at 8. It's 100 laps at Talladega. That's put on by Trent Hill. It's called Tina's Last Chapter is the name of that event. It is actually for a for Outlaw over with the Stream Friends Racing Group. Trent Hill won. That would have been, I think, Trucks at Dega as well. And he said that when he decided to do that, his first call was to us. So, really honored to have him reach out and have us do that. So we'll have all that on Saturday. And then we got Fast Car with Trucks at ISS on Sunday. Checking just a few things here. We got qualifying going up. Yeah, qualifying is going, so we'll let this run out. So we should have about 5 minutes here, and then we'll get into race session. I think it's funny that the qualifying was still kind of under sunlight, and now we're rolling into darkness for qualifying. So alrighty. My co-host had to step away for just a minute here since he just walked in the door. All right. So while these guys are kind of qualifying, I'm going to go ahead and pop up the round of 16 info again so you guys have it. So you can see who's in the championship rounds. Like I said, we're going to the round of 12. We will play host to this round in the next 2. And then Vidane, who is their original broadcaster, is going to step in and do the finale. And the plan is to have me on cast with him. So that way we can call all the race action for the round of 4 for the championship. So, I mean, you know what? We can even do this for the night. Who you guys got winning the championship? We're just getting into it, but who's your pick to win the championship by the end of this thing? Diesel, as long as I don't have to broadcast it, I'll be there. Oh, we got one for Wes winning it all. Obviously, Andrew, you're going to call yourself. Oh, man. I think it's going to be a battle tonight. Gabe says I have to pick him for the championship. Ron, you don't have to pick the driver you're spotting for. You pick anybody else. Rob's going to steal it. Rob's a solid pick. Michelle picking Gabe, obviously. It would have been funnier, Michelle, if you'd have picked somebody else. I would have laughed at that. So I got to figure out who I'm going with. Who do I want to pick for this thing? I think Mark Keeteman's going to get it done.
I think Tom stole my pants.
Go figure. So wait, he was wearing your pants?
No, he stole my pants, and I don't know where his pants are, so I would most certainly hope he has them.
I
But
have
Tom,
so much.
my pants are not going to fit you. Give them back.
You know what? I think I just realized something, and I think I effed up my replay settings. Give me a second here, guys. Well, I was doing thumbnails earlier, so oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
What is going on with my? Oh, got it.
There we go.
Oop, I'll be right back.
Everybody's got to make it funny in the chat, don't we? Net Spy calling for Rick Sanchez. So, where'd my mouse? You know what? This is one thing I hate about these big, giant monitors. I'll see it for my victory interview. That's fair, Andrew. That's fair. Robin's got her money on Schroeder. Robin just barely missing out on making it in. So the ones I think aren't going to win are Gabe, Wes, Rick, and Mark, simply because of bad luck tends to find them. All right. I like it, Scott. I think qualifying's finished. So we'll get this off the screen and get our grid up. That's not the grid. That's the race info. Good Lord, I suck tonight. All right, Rob Collier going to put it on the pole with a 50.662. Rick Sanchez coming in second. 0.005 off. Wow, this is actually a really tight field. Anthony English starting third. Joe Thompson starting fourth. James Pileski's fifth. Wes Hogue is going to be sixth. Adam Kolakowski seventh. Taylor Laskowski is eighth. Matt Yost ninth. Clint Econolodge is going to start 10th. Double D going to start 11th. Scott Thompson to his outside. Moving back just a little bit further, we got Luke Underwood in 13th. Mark Keeteman starting 14th. Kevin West, the trailer park dude, starting 15th. James Mayer going to start 16th. Trey Ashworth 17th. Gabe Griffin 18th. Michael Ziegler going to start 19th. TJ Floyd is 20th. Robin's going to start 21st tonight. Jarrett Bulliard 22nd. Jason Foskey 23rd. Mark Mann is 24th. And to round out your field, Andrew Schroeder is going to start from the rear in 25th. Bob Leclerc 26th. And Rick Seabrand is going to start 27th tonight. So we'll get our track map, our logos, and our sweet looking tower up. I really like these new overlays. Been pretty happy. All right, let me get Rob. I think we're waiting on just a couple of people to grid, and we'll get the pace car rolling. All right, as we roll off of pit road. Hopefully, bad luck doesn't seem to find Rob the way that it has most of this season. I know that's been a kind of an issue for him. As we've had, he's had various issues keeping the car in race. So. All right.
Okay, I have some news.
We have news. What's the news?
Do we have time? We get 1 point for leading a lap, 1 point for leading the most laps, Winner gets 3 bonus points if you are a playoff driver. Second place, if you are a playoff driver, you get 2 bonus points. Third place, you get 1 bonus point if you are a playoff driver. Those will roll over. Non-playoff drivers get $50 if you win the race. And the last 4 in points gets eliminated per round, per race.
Yep, that's kind of what we knew, because we're going to go down to the round of 12 next. So
Yep. That is the news that was given to me while I was still trying to fight Tom for my pants.
All righty. Well, the pace car's ducked off. Rob Collier's going to bring him to the line. And we're racing.
And I found food.
Rob with a pretty decent jump. Anthony English going to follow him through. We'll see if these guys in the bottom lane can break free of the top lane. These cars side draft quite a bit together, and if you're on the high lane, it's kind of a high lane dominant car. So,
well, Anthony English did just take the lead around the outside with Rick Sanchez pushing him down the backstretch as he drops down to the bottom, going into 3, securing his lead. Let's see how it rolls as we come out of 3 into 4.
The question's going to be is, can English manage both lanes? The last time we saw him at Talladega, I believe, was in this car, or maybe it was the Gen 6, and he tried to manage both lanes and then wound up going for a ride. So,
yep,
something to keep an eye on here.
Rick Sanchez is going to peek his nose around out of 2 to Anthony English. He's going to get a run on the backstretch.
Rick to the lead for the moment. I wonder if he'll drop down in front or if he'll continue to run that high line. Like I said, this car tends to be a little more high lane dominant.
I think if he's smart, it's still early in the race. We got 80 laps here. Just give it some time. Sit up there, save a little bit of tire.
I kind of agree as well. The other thing is you don't want to run right in there and then have a wreck up front, and then you're in the middle of it. You got to use your fast repair, because I mean, we still got 77 laps left.
Yep.
So
plenty of time. We just started.
Yep.
So.
Again, if you're just joining, this is the round of 16. So 4 drivers being eliminated at the end of this race from the chase. At the caution, we'll throw the graphic up, let you know who's in the chase and where everybody kind of stacks up as we speak. So
we got the 8 car going around as they come out of 4.
Yep, I just caught that. That's going to be Trey Ashworth. Coming back to the yellow. I got to find Trey on my list. Robin apparently was in it as well. Oh, Ziegler just barely gets into the quarter panel of him. Robin with some early damage. I think she had to tow, maybe, or she just hit pit road. I'm not real sure, but
looks like he might have bumped Trailer Park Dude and like backed off. And
Robin's car is screwed. I do believe that broke the right front wheel. So not good news for her. So she's going to be the first car lap down. So hopefully she can get the tow done, avoid a lot of other BS and be in it at the end. The bad thing is she's going to have used her fast repair right away. All right. So while we sit and wait, we'll get this graphic up on screen. Like I said, round of 16, these are all the drivers that are in the actual playoffs. So we'll kind of keep you guys updated as to where things are at by the end of the night. So and everybody coming down. They are running 65% fuel tonight. Joe Thompson going to stay out. Yeah, everybody else is on pit road. So Robin's going to go down a lap here, which my guess is she'll probably wind up down 2. I was finally right on a prediction on lap first caution. Aaron bringing you the shot glasses for the night.
I'm still trying to get used to this UI. It's crazy.
Oh, the new UI is weird, isn't it?
It is. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. I just am not used to where things are.
The one cool thing is you can move literally everything.
Oh yeah, I have everything moved around like
ribbons and all. It's kind of nice, but
oh yeah. I think I need to move this over here.
I think somebody got a speeding penalty.
Stuff too.
Either that or they wanted an EOL. I didn't quite hear it, so.
That's okay. It's still early in the race.
Yeah, we got
a little heartbreaking to use the fast repair right now, but
we've got a lot of laps left, so
there's still a lot of race left, and honestly, anything could happen. So
we're gonna check on Anthony English, and we're going to check. I want to see pit lap and time. Yeah, they're literally just taking fuel on this stop. So I'll put the race recap up while we're rolling around. 6 laps so far in the books. 1 caution so far, 1 lead change. So pretty quiet night so far.
Not bad so far.
All right. So you got Joe Thompson, Rob Collier going to be your first 2 cars up front. Then we've got English, Sanchez, Pileski, Hogue, Laskowski, Yost, Kolakowski, and Econolodge, your top 10. Robin is back on track. It looks like she is just 1 lap down. So I think, yeah. So she's 1 lap down. As long as she stays out of it, gets the lucky dog, she should be good to go. At this point, I think I just ride at the back and wait for something to happen, because you know it's gonna.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, especially right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Very early on in this race, I would be trying to fade back as fast as I can.
Oh, for sure. Here's a dumb question. How many people are in this race?
27.
All right.
So. Alrighty. Field gets ready to come out of turn 4. Pace car should duck off here any second. And then we'll light the candle on this thing again. I think everybody else that was in that wreck just wound up with some light damage. So Robin getting the brunt end of the whole deal, which is kind of odd how it snapped the wheel off. But pace car's off. Joe Thompson going to bring us to the line. And he holds them.
Ooh,
with a
Anthony English was not happy about that.
He fired off really well, but English just didn't get a chance to go because of when he fired off. So 2x2 we go down through 1 and 2. Inside lane gonna prevail so far.
Never count out Rob Collier.
Nope, don't count out Rob Collier. Now, we didn't get to do a turn it up yet, so I think if we can make it to the line, we're going to crank it up this lap and we'll let these cars sing.
Got a big checkup out of the bottom as we went into 3.
I saw that, but all right, let's crank it up.
Here we go.
Alrighty, we're through 9 so far. Still green flag racing. Joe Thompson, Rob Collier continue to lead the lanes. I think I heard Robin say yeah. I think I heard Robin say something about she was just going to be chilling in the back on radio comms while we were cranked up there. So everybody, I think, kind of realizing, hey, it's early. And and there's a lot of racing left to do, so there's no point in smacking the crap out of the wall or wrecking out early. Tom, the Klondike bar offer, you gotta wait on it, man. Ooh, Anthony English getting a little bit into the back of Joe Thompson there, gets him a little squirrely through the tri-oval.
Anthony English taking his toe and touching that apron going into 1, man, that's dangerous.
I'm kind of wondering if he's looking for some air. Instead of trying to move up, I think he's trying to move low just to peak for some air. The bad thing is I think he's losing where the nose of that car is a little bit, because you see it looks like he kind of swipes the back of that bumper. And I don't think he's necessarily, trying to swipe at it. I think it's just, hey, I've lost where that bumper is at the time. Still 2x2 though, all the way back to about Dennis's spot off the right side of your screen. Let's go move some things around. We're gonna go off the roll bar. We're on board with James Pileski. You see they're kind of moving about a bit.
Yeah, they're shifting.
Move back further with Trailer Park Dude. Just trying to hold a steady wheel as best you can.
Two by two as we go around and over the start finish line with Joe Thompson leading.
12 laps in, I don't see anybody. Ooh, Rob getting a little loose there. I'm not sure if that was just off the nose of Rick Sanchez or what happened, but all of a sudden you kind of see him go for a walk on the wild side there for a second.
That's a pucker moment.
A little bit. That's the only bad thing about these cars is on that high lane, man, you get a bad bump and it sends you down to the low lane. It's kind of a field killer. Ask me how I know.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I've been in Anthony English's spot, and I shouldn't have been wrecked, and I got wrecked along with the rest of the field. So these cars, these cars are
scared of is where Rick Sanchez is sitting. That's the spot I'm scared of.
Yeah, that's not really where you want to be.
No.
Not exactly the funnest spot to be, because like I said, all it takes is one little bump.
Little bump and you got nowhere to go.
Yeah, you're kind of a goner.
Acorn. You guys are talking about Klondike bars. That reminds me, I have ice cream sandwiches.
Ooh, Rob getting a little loose, but trying to side draft down. Rob going to pull ahead here, but not for very long. The bottom lane does prevail pretty well as we get ready to come down to the backstretch.
Getting an awkward bump from Anthony English there. Got him a little squirrely. It kind of cost him. Rob Collier is going to take your lead into 3. With Joe Thompson taking it right back as we go through the corners. Just wait for the run.
Yeah, still 2x2. Robin's off the back of the pack, so if something happens up here, she's in a good position to be able to have a spot to bail. I think English is still looking for some air. I think that car's running hot. Chelsea would like me to inform you that you do not have ice cream sandwiches.
I do have ice cream sandwiches. They are in the freezer.
They must be hidden then. Joe Thompson continues to lead out front in his Oldsmobile Chevy, which is really weird to say. Mark Keedeman calling for a checkup. I don't know where that's at. Not sure what happened there. We're still green flag. Still 2x2. I mean, we're already into lap 16. I think everybody's kind of calmed down after earlier. The top lane kind of falling apart. You only got about 3 cars before you get back to about Trailer Park Dude, who's just out of shot. Wow, the chat is lighting up. Apparently, Chelsea's upset that you're hiding ice cream sandwiches.
You want to know what? They're in a blue box right on top.
She just didn't look in the box.
She just didn't. They couldn't be any more in the open.
Not a lot of movement going on. You can see the back of that pack starting to kind of fall apart a little bit. And I kind of wonder if that is a few of those guys trying to get away from being in the middle of things and not wanting to be there, and then also trying to maybe conserve some fuel.
I think they're saving fuel. I think they're saving some tire. I think the strategies have already started to change with the fact that we've gone 17 laps now. Yeah. I think a lot of people have the same mentality. Something's going to happen in this front pack, and they want to give themselves a little bit of space. I
think you're right. As we see Anthony English get a little squirrely there on that bottom lane, we've seen him move quite a bit. Him and James Pileski are starting to kind of do that snake slither down the track a little bit. And again, I don't know if that's them looking for air or if the car is just getting that loose. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but it is a possibility.
I want to check something really quick. Come back to me. Okay, so they are currently running their fastest laps of the race at a 46.9 right now.
That's actually really impressive. So there's your best lap times up on the screen currently. Last lap, just a little off, about 2/10. Nothing super crazy, but still, ripping pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, these front pack guys, they're not really saving tire all that much. They're chilling, but they're racing, right? And I know you know what I mean. And the back guys are all like, okay, something's still going to happen. They're still pushing a little bit. They're still racing. So I think there's just some mentality changes between the middle and the front pack here.
I think you're kind of right, especially with championship implications on the line here. You've got to play it smart, right? You can't be in a wreck, because if you're towards the back, the chances are high you're going to be out. So rather than force a wreck or force something wild, I think it's just best to let it play out and see how it haps in. Golly. Yeah, you see a little bit of movement mid-pack back, but it doesn't, it's not enough to be egregious. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm still trying to get this ice cream sandwich.
Just because I saw what JD mentioned, for those that have been following the channel know what I've been trying to do. I don't want to say who I'm trying to call out, but if you go over and check out the Stevens Motorsports TikTok page, there's 3 days of videos so far. There's going to be 7. If you head over, do me a favor, just click the repost, hit the like, and then tag said person and team and other things in the comments. I'm trying to get a big name driver into the 87s for Talladega week next week. So if you could do that, I would be greatly appreciative. And also, yes, Korn was working on a paint scheme for my 87s Discord. If you're into the 87s, that's the place you want to be. So don't forget to check that out. If you're looking for a link, you can check my Discord as well. Ugh. Joe Thompson's still your leader. I gotta imagine we should be starting to see some pit stops pretty quickly. Sorry, Korn, I looked at it and didn't know. What's our report from the booth as to how soon we should start seeing pit stops?
Less than 10 laps.
That's kind of what I thought. And if it's less than 10 laps, based on what I know, it's probably closer to about 5 laps for these leaders.
That would be my guess.
These guys have been flat out up front. Rob and Joe have led the way. Yeah, still 2x2. Nobody's really making a move. Everybody's just kind of just riding. Top 10 so far. Thompson, Collier, English, Sanchez, Pileski, Hogue, Econolodge, Yost, Kulikowski, and Leclerc, sorry. Kevin West, last year's champion, he's mired back in 13th right now. Gabe Griffin's 14th. Looking back a little bit further. Dennis sitting back at about 19th. Andrew Schroeder's 24th. Robin's sitting 27th. She needs a caution to get back on the lead lap. Change cameras here for a little bit as Joe Thompson continues to lead that bottom lane. It is very strange to see an Oldsmobile paint scheme on a Chevy Camaro. I don't know how I feel about that, Mr. Thompson. I think Robin's going to need these guys to like spin on pit entry or something, cause a caution that way, and stay out of the mischief.
I wouldn't count it out, dude. I've seen it happen. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Green flag pit stops are always they're rough for some people.
They're very rough for some people. JD coming in with a donation. Yes, JD, I did beat you this week in fantasy football. Came from behind on that one, so gave JD his first L this week in fantasy. So
your wife absolutely mercilessly stomped me in fantasy this week.
Dude, fantasy is one of them things that it can go one way and then all of a sudden flip script.
I was so
So-
confident. I went into this week just guns a blazing and confident, and then Sunday happened and I fell over.
Yeah, yep, that happens. And JD coming in with another 5 that he's going to hit 5K iRating this year. I don't know about that. I've been trying for 5K for like a year at this point. So Joe Thompson continues to lead. The second lane kind of falling back further than I think they want to at this point. I would expect, man, it's got to be within the next couple of laps at this point. We were 10 laps right around lap 20. So, oh my God, JD, what are you doing? And Rob Collier going to take the lead for the first time in a few laps, actually, as Rick Sanchez just literally pushed him straight forward and past Joe Thompson there.
He said, "Move out the way." I finally got my ice cream sandwich.
Does it make you feel special?
It does.
So are you saying that these guys can't pit now because you're eating ice cream?
Yes, they can't pit now
Okay.
because I'm eating ice cream.
Okay.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. You're doing great.
It sounded like Joe Thompson called for pit road this time.
Pileski giving a little bit of a nudge there to Wes Hogue. I wonder if he was just saying hi.
Yep, there goes Joe Thompson. He's all by himself.
Wow.
I think he was hoping more people were going to go with him.
I think so, too.
Rob Collier finally ditches the top lane for the bottom.
I bet that is a very frustrated Joe Thompson on pit road right
Yeah, the fact that nobody went with him. Rick Sanchez going to drop it to the bottom. He's now your leader. We'll see when these guys are. We should have more people starting to pit here very quickly.
Joe Thompson coming out of pit road right now.
Everybody's still green. Well, we got to remember, too, Joe Thompson didn't pit during that caution.
Oh, you know what? That's true.
So I forgot it.
Joe.
I forgot that Joe did not pit during that caution. So this could either help or hinder. We'll see. Like I said, everybody doing a solid job keeping things clean. So your top 10 so far are Sanchez, Collier, English, Hogue, Yost, Pileski, Econolodge, Laskowski, Kulikowski, and Kevin West. Rick Sanchez continuing to lead. I'm sure Rob's loving the fact that he's sitting behind somebody finally so he can save some fuel.
Oh, you know he's finally happy.
He's not going to save as much as we would think. Or he's probably not going to save that much just because he's been out front for so long. Dennis and Robin going to come down this time. Got a bunch of people, it looks like, coming down. We got Gabe on pit road, Robin and Dennis. So at least there's going to be 3 cars in a row, so that'll help them. As Rick Sanchez and the group goes around Joe Thompson, that'll allow Joe to blend in and maybe save some fuel. I think Rob's coming this time. We'll see how many other people come down pit road at this point.
It is about that time.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if Dennis isn't doing the math as to how far they can make it and when they would want to pit. So the early pit may pay off. It sounds like we got a big group headed down pit road this time, and we do.
Rick Sanchez still has not fit.
We got Rob Collier. So we got Collier, Pileski, Yost, Underwood, Keateman, Ashworth, and Ziegler on pit road. Rick Sanchez remains out front. Scott Thompson coming down this time.
So your top 10 still have not hit.
Correct. And Robin got separated from Gabe, and I don't see this on pit road.
What was that?
That literally was them trying to pit from the outside while Robin was on the bottom. We'll go take a look at that from another angle. And I'm looking for the 83 of Taylor Laskoski. We'll back it up. Robin's there, and Laskoski just comes over.
Yeah.
I think Robin's night is done. I'm not real sure. Oh, Robin's on pit road. We'll see how long she stays there. Caution's out at this point. I got a wreck with Jarrett Bulliard. What's... I'm trying to see what happens here. Bulliard winds up with a broken wheel, it looks like. And then can't get the car turned. I would say refresh, guys. That's the best I got. Because the computer's running just fine. It could be Restream having an issue currently.
I'm not having.
Yeah, I'm showing excellent connection to YouTube, so sounds like somebody's got some sort of an issue. But see if Robin is still... Yeah, she's still on pit road. A lot of guys going to get a wave around here that were a lap down, so that'll let them get back on the lead lap. I gotta imagine the things that that Robin is saying outside of race currently. Oh, Robin is done.
He's done. Damn. That's definitely not what we wanted.
No. I'm trying to figure out, yo, we got another lap. Let's go back and break this down again a little bit further. I'm trying to find that caution. Doobie-doobie-doo. It's going to be... Let's go blimp on this, and then we're going to look at Robin. I mean, you can see she's bottom lane. Obviously, these guys all got a pit. I'm not sure why we're seeing cars sweep around a lap car to pit from the outside. I mean, she locks it up, but I mean, at this point, it's too late. It's headed for the inside wall. And that's going to break that left front probably right off the car. And then Jarrett Bulliard gets collected, and it's like a 12-car melee at pit road entrance. So
Absolutely mind-boggling.
yeah, I'm not really sure what that was about. So Rob Collier going to inherit the lead here. These guys are going to get lined up. I'm going to step away for 2 seconds, and then we'll get this thing going.
All right, we're getting some splash and goes out of people into the pits here. English, Schroeder, Seabrands, Hogue. Bunch of people in the pits. We'll get you a better count once these guys get all lined up here. Who's what and where.
Alrighty.
Your top 10 for this restart is going to be Rob Collier, James Pileski, Mark Keteman, Matt Yost, Joe Thompson, Trey Ashwood, Bob Leclerc, Luke Underwood, Clint Econolodge, and Gabriel Griffin.
Alrighty. Yep. So we've got Jarrett Bulliard's a lap down. Kevin West involved in that earlier. He's a lap down as well. So we'll be looking for cautions for those guys get back on lead lap. So all right, guys, keep it out of the chat, please. All right, we're on the way.
Rob Collier is going to take a big lead here. Sorry.
I was going to say, Rob got a hell of a jump.
Yeah, he did.
I'm kind of curious to see how fast these guys single out. We know we can't make it on fuel. Couple of guys came down, took another splash. I'd be very interested to see kind of what the plan is. Some of these guys are working with teammates, some aren't. We've already got a second group starting, and it looks like James Mayer is going to be the start of that second group. Actually, we've almost got a third group forming.
We got 3 cars here on the top line. They're trying to make it. Looks like Matt Yost is going to be leading them on their high end, on their high line. Making a little bit of a charge, but not a very great one.
Keep it out of the chat.
Come on, guys. Knock it off. Y'all know better.
Call your leads. Mark Keteman right behind him. First, we've seen a Mark up front all night. He was hanging out in the back with Robin for quite a while. See, if I was Collier, I think I would want to be a little more hidden in the field just to kind of save some fuel. I had called Keteman for the championship. I did not call a winner for this. So
Rob Collier is going to hold a pretty solid lead as they're coming into 4 here. That bottom line is just working. Matt Yost is really trying on that top line. Looking at his teammate side by side as we're going to cross the line here with
I'd rather,
40 to go.
I'd rather have my teammate lined up right behind behind me.
Right.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, you two need to flip here. Mark Keteman's going to hold that bottom line right behind Collier. The 21 is up into the wall as they exit out of 2, drop back a couple of slots.
That's going to be Luke Underwood. Still some nice side-by-side action. Nobody's really trying to side draft the ever-living crap out of the bottom lane, and I think that's what's allowed us to stay green for as long as we did that first run. Obviously, as we get closer to that, I would say 60, 70 lap mark, we'll start to see, the aggression turn up a little bit as things go on.
Oh, 100%. We still got a lot of race left. These guys are still, they're still a little bit in their chilling phase. We're only halfway there, so. A little bit of a checkup on that top line as we go down the backstretch here.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just Yost not being too close to the inside lane and it didn't pull him forward.
I think they were just kind of bumping, and one might have bumped a little too hard or checked up on a bump.
I do see Trailer Park Dude trying to come through the field to get his lap back the hard way. But right now, it's not looking very good for the defending champion.
No, it's not, unfortunately, but, that's what racing's all about. Every year it's going to be different. Every race you're going to have a different experience, so.
Two by two down the backstretch, headed down into 3.
Pretty wide in the back.
I saw that. It looked like Laskowski might have lifted up and out to float backwards. I don't know if he's dealing with some damage from that earlier crash.
This is some fantastic side-by-side racing right here.
I know. I'm really shocked we haven't seen a 3 wide show yet. But again, a little on the early side.
Yeah, give it a little bit of time. Once they start getting a little impatient, I think you see him hit for fuel one more time. After that, it's going to be game on.
I think it's going to be game on before we get there. Because I think as we get closer to that fuel stop, you're going to see guys want to try to position themselves, especially if it looks like it's going to go long green flag.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to want every possible spot, and there we see it. The first time we've seen it all night, we're going to go 3 wide. West is going to pull Kevin West along the outside. I kind of wondered, those two being teammates, are they trying to get Kevin West his lap back the hard way?
It's very possible. We now have 3 cars on that top line. He hit the last one there, hit the wall, the Mount Duke car. Can't see what number that is.
I can't see it either.
I think it's 40 something, 49.
It'd be TJ Floyd. Looked like he wanted to go that direction, but they kind of keep drifting up a little bit. And it's causing some dirty air on that high side, as you saw Trailer Park Dude just tag the wall. They just need
back out of it and drop down.
I was gonna say they need another car to kind of come into this. I kind of wonder if Kevin's still got some damage and it's not letting the car rotate the way he wants to along the top side as Rob leads out of 4 here. 3 wide across the stripe. Dennis in the middle back in the 98 back there. Gabe right there with him.
Calm down.
Looks like morning rush hour on the 279 South. Man, high lane, you can see that Wes's car is just throwing sparks.
He's trying to keep it together. Dennis is going to lead this top line now. Got
Gabe
behind him.
Gabe going with him. Dennis says, I'm going to try it.
Tight fit, that's for sure, especially coming off a 4 here.
At least it's not an 87 or a Gen 4. That'd be a lot tighter.
That's holding on to some serious weight if we're talking about those race cars.
Well, it's the drop away off of that corner.
Mm-hmm.
As it drops away, the car wants to follow the natural banking, and then you're kind of along for the ride. As the 45 car kind of pinches those guys up. You know, obviously he doesn't want to let them get around him, but we kind of got to give some room, or otherwise we're going to be in for a world of hurt with everybody up front. Dennis is still trying to pull that charge around that high lane. They just need like one more car.
Come on, Kevin, get back up there.
I'm surprised that Kevin hasn't jumped up there, quite honestly.
I am too. It must not be working for him too well.
See, because Dennis gets a nice drive. You could kind of see he starts catching that outside edge of the draft, and they pull forward every time they come out of a corner, and then it just kind of dies down the backstretch.
Yeah,
One more,
like the 45's giving him some space.
one more car would probably help him. Kevin West is kind of looking, kind of not.
Gabe touching the wall.
Yeah, that's not good for Dennis's cause on the high lane there. Yeah, Gabe's dropped off of him quite a bit. So they'll regroup and maybe try it again here in a couple of laps as everybody else is single filed out from about West Hogue on back. Dennis falls back in line. Rob Collier continues to lead. Mark Keeteman, Matt Yost, James Pileski, Clint Econolodge, Joe Thompson, Trey Ashworth, Adam Kolakowski, TJ Floyd, Bob Leclerc, your top 10. Mover of the race so far, Bob Leclerc up 16 positions to 10th place. Actually up 17 now to 9th.
He's doing some driving.
That he is. Three wide across the start finish line. They've shoved the 45 out of line now. That's Adam Kolakowski on the high lane by himself.
Dennis is going to sneak right on by. He says, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're down to 30 laps to go. It's finding every possible spot to grab a position to set yourself up for that last push. Excuse me, after you come out of the pits, because I got a sneaking suspicion we're going to see green flag stops again.
Oh, we're definitely going to see green flag stops, especially if they keep up this pace here. Matt Yost had taken the lead just for a second from his teammate, as they're going to be side by side as they cross the line. Dennis is making it 3 wide on the outside. He is really trying for this.
Dennis trying to get something going.
You hear strategies getting made.
I do hear that. It could make things interesting if they can get enough cars to go.
And that top line just kind of like stalled out 3 and 4 right there.
I'm kind of wondering if it was because of Dennis moving up and then back in, if that caused some weird disturbance in the air and it allowed him to fall off a little bit. Jarrett Boyard trying to get the lucky dog sitting up there up front. So you've got both lap down cars running within the top 15. And that's another problem is Jarrett can't get close enough to the 93 to push him, because if he gets a 0X, he's screwed. Dennis has got Trailer Park Dude trying to go with him. They're going to see if they can't make something happen.
Pushing forward as they go into one.
Dennis running that high lane about as good as he can.
Just keep it off the wall, boys. Keep it off the wall.
Yep. Matt Yost going to throw it up high for a second. He's going to go with Dennis. So we're officially 3 wide like an SOB.
Oh, yeah. We're all the 3 wide now.
Yep. Ooh, Bob Leclerc getting real loose back there.
And I bet the air behind these cars is not happy.
No. Dennis keeps trying it. It just keeps failing.
Really close, Dennis. Matt Yost dropped back a few positions here on track. Now you got Clint Econolodge next to Rob Collier.
Well, because Matt jumped up out of line to go 3 wide with Dennis, and then it just kind of, I don't know, it just fell apart. We do have a group on pit road that I totally missed. We got Rick Sanchez, Andrew Schroeder, James Mayer, Rick Seabrands, Mark Mann, Anthony English, all on pit road. They pitted together the last race that we had, and it wound up working out for them. So this could swing things
Trailer
back
Park
the
Dude.
correct way.
Trailer Park Dude going into the pits.
Got Wes Hogue, Jason Foskey, Taylor Laskowski, and Kevin West all on pit road, all teammates. So we've got that group that's already pitted. They are, I do believe they're single filed out. We're going to take a look really quick. They are. We'll see if they play the game the way that they did the last time, because it worked out quite well for them. See if we got any takers this time. We don't. We're going to keep an eye on Rick Sanchez and company as they get ready to go around the second group that's pitted, and they've actually broken apart quite a bit.
Dennis is calling for a pit in this lap.
Yep. Scott coming with them, as well as Gabe. So that'll give Dennis some help. The nice thing is, I was going to say, the nice thing is they're all at the back of this pack, so they can get onto pit road and hopefully get off of pit road fairly quickly. They have the 21 come with them of Luke Underwood, so that might give them a 4th car. We'll see what happens.
It's definitely some good drafting power there.
It does
Top
look
11 still needs to pit.
It does look like Rick Sanchez and company are closing in. They're 38.2 back. We'll keep an eye on that as Rob Collier and everybody else gets ready to make their next set of pit stops. It's stalled right now for them at about 38.19. We'll see. We'll see if they can kind of hold it or what's going to happen here. It does look like Dennis and those guys are off of pit road. I don't know if they're going to be able to have the speed to grab onto the back of this pack. We'll have to see what happens. They're going to let them pass, and hopefully they can grab on and go.
Rob Collier calling for a pit.
So we pay attention to see who's going to pit out of this group.
Clint Econolodge dropping it down on that bottom line in front of Rob Collier here.
So it looks like Collier, Keteman, Pileski, Thompson, Floyd, Leclerc, Ashworth, and Ziegler all down pit road. They make it on clean, but there's contact on pit road. So we've still got 4 guys left to pit. Jared Bulliard calling out a pit.
Kolakowski calling in for his pit.
Yep, I believe that's going to put Econology, Yost, Kolakowski, and Floyd on pit road this time. I don't think they could go much further.
I don't think they can either.
Yeah, it sounds like
here they go.
Everybody else coming down pit road right now.
Mark Keteman leading the pack out of pit lane.
Marking those guys going to get up to speed, but Rick Sanchez is going to be bringing the speed around the outside. So these guys are going to have to blend in at the back. And actually, James Mayer is at the lead of this pack at this point. They're going to blend right in.
That was honestly good. You know what? That was great. That was fantastic.
That was actually a real smooth blend. I was impressed there. Like, full set of green flag stops. We've got the last few guys coming off of pit road right now. TJ Floyd going to be the last one off of pit road. Not sure if he got popped for speeding or missed his pit box. Matt Yost got passed in the corner, so kind of an abysmal off pit road exit for those last 4 that pit.
That was not ideal.
No.
But what can you do about it?
Some of these guys are praying for caution. Oh, no!
Whoa!
Wes Hoag's around. The 3 was around. We're going to check this out. I just caught the 3 of Jason Foskey sideways. Oh, God. It looked like Wes kind of got loose mid-corner.
Woof.
One Foskey upside down, lands back on all 4. He gets it rolling again, but man.
His VR died.
Oh, shit.
He went dark.
That's never fun.
That's his playoff.
Is he out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That is not good news for Wes Hoag.
Nope. Does I was going to say, does he still have a fast repair?
All he said was, that's my playoff.
That sucks.
His VR died. That's all I said. So. That was crazy. Feels bad. James Mayer, Rick Seabrands, Rick Sanchez, Mark Mann, and Anthony English is your top 5 with this restart here. Everybody starts catching the pace car. Go back.
I don't think, man, I don't know. Would you take tires here just to put some fresh rubber on? Because you could bet money these guys haven't taken tires yet.
Me as a racer, less than 20 to go. Yes, I'm taking tires.
I was going to say, because at least you could throw it pretty much anywhere you want to.
You can put the car anywhere you want it. It'll do exactly what you want it to do. You know, for the guys that didn't necessarily take tires, you're going to have an advantage over those guys. So I would take it. Because you're going to be driving it anyway. You're going to be pushing the car anyway. Might as well give yourself a little bit of extra security.
So let me get race analysis. There we go. We'll show that because that should give us, or actually race recap. My bad. So we're on lap 63 of 80. James Mayer, your current leader. 3 cautions for 8 caution laps. 10 lead changes so far tonight. So we'll be going green with what, about 15 to go or close to it.
I think it'll be either 15 or 14 to go. The lights are still on the pace car, so
yeah. See if anybody else comes down. I don't think anybody will. What else can we get? See if we can't get some. Well, I'm kind of hoping that with these new overlays from SDK, we start getting some more info that we can pull out of stuff.
oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I think that's slowly coming. I mean, the boxes, like I said, the overlays look really good. Hopefully they come out with a new track map and things, but we can get like tire data. That'd be kind of neat.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that'd be cool. All right, lights are off on the pace car. Mayer, Seabrand, Sanchez, Mann, English, Schroeder, Griffin, Laskowski, Underwood, and Econolodge is your top 10 for this restart.
All right. Well, do we make it to the end or do we get another caution?
Keep it clean enough, race hard enough, and we can make it. But cautions cause cautions.
That is true. Wes is back out on track, not a lap down, so
And the heckling begins.
yep. That's what you get for the round of 16. It's going to be a dogfight here to the end.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be mind games. There's going to be strategy picks. Rick Seabrands is currently your mover of the race, up 25 slots to sit in that second spot right now.
That's a pretty solid move in the right direction. Remember, all the guys up front are the same guys that pitted early last time. It may pay off for them again. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. Still green.
What just happened?
We're still green. Bob Leclerc was in that. I think Wes Hogue was involved in that too. I'm looking to see.
Looks like Wes went and the 8 didn't.
Yeah, I'm not real sure. The weird thing is I don't even have a crash marker from that, which is really odd. I just have the Wes jump to pit road.
Bob Leclerc and Wes both hit the outside wall and spun out. Back to what we're supposed to be doing.
James Mayer continues to lead. Rick Seabrands on the outside. Rick Sanchez on the inside, down low, behind, and sitting second in that bottom lane.
Mark Mann wheeling that Batmobile on that top line, trying to get Rick Seabrands back into the lead as they come down the back or front stretch. Ooh, my bad.
Coming to the tri-oval. It's going to be Rick Seabrands across the line in the lead. 14 laps to go. We're 2x2 pretty much all the way back. The only one not in it, Jason Foskey, sitting all the way at the back by himself. But everybody else, nose to tail.
At the 8 car, the 93 car running up on the outside.
Yeah, the 8 and the 93. Kevin West looking to throw it up there with him. Kevin West had your fastest lap last time by at a 46.77. And I do believe.
Here we go.
Oh, there it
Anthony
is.
English.
They somehow save it.
Nice job.
The 83 was in it. Still green flag race. We're going to go back and look at that wreck. And it looks like we were 3 wide at the time. Oh, Gabe gets into the 83. Somehow everybody kept it somewhat clean. And we go back to the battle for the lead as you have Mayor Seabrands, Mann, Sanchez, Schroeder, Floyd, Pileski, Ashworth, Econologic, and Keatum in your top 10. And a lot of these guys are going to have to single file out because you got all these teammates all together up front.
Oh yeah, you got to single out, push forward, and you can catch them. Other than that, you're gonna lose yourself a little bit.
Yep. And these guys are going 2x2. It's gonna let that second group catch back up. Yeah, there's a whole slew of cars that just rejoined this group. James Merrick leads the bottom lane. I believe that's Rick Seabrands in the top or the middle lane, and we got a top lane foreman.
Rob Collier's just going to send it right up the middle.
How we doing, CBH? Dennis, the only man on the high lane by himself, trying to get something going.
He is a brave little toaster.
He's looking for anybody to go with him. $50 on the line for somebody who's not in the round of 16 to win this thing.
Got went up to help Dennis and hit the wall.
And Dennis got the wall a little bit too.
Whoop!
Oh boy.
We're dipping out.
He's trying to make it back in. Three
Tempers
wide.
are starting to flare.
Yeah, 9 laps to go. We knew it was bound to happen, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh! And that's going to bring the caution out.
Oh, Yost.
We're going to have to roll that back. And TJ Floyd looked like he was in it, so we'll go off the blimp for him. Matt comes down to side draft. TJ moves up ever so slightly. And they start to slam into a bunch of things.
Oh, man, that's rough.
Dennis involved in that one. Although I don't think Dennis is really broken, so we'll have a caution here, and use the first green-white checker of the night. I believe we have 3. So the question is how many guys took fuel for all 3? Alrighty. Obviously, Matt Yost had to come down. I don't see anybody else. All right. Lights on the pace car should be going up this time. Nope, one more time around before we see the lights go out.
Oh.
Tempers are definitely flaring in the chat.
A little bit. Frustrations are high. The fatigue has sat in.
Oh, yeah. Been a clean race for the most part, though, because we haven't had a lot of cautions. Nobody's really, kind of like what we saw with the NASCAR Generations League the other day. No real major damage except for a couple of cars, so.
No big field killer.
Yeah, no. Man, there's a lot of conversation going on right now.
A lot of unhappy people right now on this radio.
Oh, wait a second. I got something for this.
And there's a fight. They're angry. They know they have lost.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's tempers flared race cars. I don't know. Something about when you put that helmet on, something just happens to you.
I got another button, but I don't think we really want to use that one.
No.
All I could say, with it being a championship race,
because Ray Charles could have seen this one coming from about the flag stand.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Knew it was going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, that we did. Like I said, you get into championship implications where it's getting down to the wire and you've got to make that next cut. It's going to be ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a fight.
They're still fighting.
They're still fighting. All right.
Oh, God. All right.
It's getting real weird up in here. I'll just say that from the conversation I'm hearing in race chat. So I expect fireworks, not just the ones that you're going to see on the backstretch. I think the next 3 laps are going to be about the ugliest, nastiest, knockdown, drag out fight that you've seen in a race so far this season.
It's going to be some racing right here, boys.
Yeah.
Boy.
You got your seatbelts tight?
Yep, seatbelts on.
You get your Hans device tied up, full face helmet on, ready to hit the wall at 180 miles an hour.
Here we go.
Let's strap in, folks. The pace car is going to duck off.
And it's time to go racing.
It's James Mayers. Let's kick this thing off.
Oh, he's going to hold him.
I can't say that I blame him. If you could cause a stack up in a wreck and use another green-white checker. Mayer leads off the corner. You got Seabrands to the outside. Then it's Sanchez, Mann, Econolodge, Schroeder, Pileski, Ashworth, Keatum, and Collier, your top 10, as Rick Seabrands takes over the lead.
James Mayer is going to take it back on that bottom line, getting pushed by Rick Sanchez. He's going to take the fender of Rick Seabrands. We're coming down into the tri-oval as we cross the line. James Mayer is going to have a pretty solid lead.
4 to go as Mayer throws a block on the high lane, but Sanchez was able to not have to check up, almost like the air didn't slow him down.
With Anthony English in the back. There goes Gabe and Trailer Park, dude. We're staying green.
Still green. 4 laps to go.
Question is here, does James Mayer drop down? No, he does not.
I don't think so. I think the high lane's going to be the better spot to be. Yeah, Mayer's got a better run off the high lane off of 4 as we hit 3 to go. We've still got about 15 cars up here. About 14 cars in this lead pack.
Andrew Schroeder is going to be pushing Rick Sanchez through 3 and 4 here. Rick really wants it. He wants to try to take it from James Mayer.
He does for the time being, but Schroeder not close enough to really get Sanchez past him as we get ready to go 2 to go.
Shoved him just a little bit too hard. And Mayer's going to drop down to the bottom. I told you.
I think I would have wanted to hold the top lane, but if he felt like the top was losing to the bottom, yeah, it would make sense to cover. I mean, once you see the top lane start to pick up, you're going to want to cover back, but I do believe Seabrands is pulled alongside and actually ahead at this point. So the top lane, not necessarily where you want to be, but kind of where you want to be depending on the speed. But right now, Mayer's going to hold it. He goes back to the top. Oh, he gets a shot from Seabrands. We're white flag. So at this point, it doesn't matter. We're going to finish green, white, or checker. Mayer leads through 1 and 2. Sanchez coming back on the bottom. Schroeder pushes Sanchez. Seabrands pushing Mayer. Dead heat down the backstretch as we start to see a 3 wide with Pileski on the high side. We got a whole bunch of them jumping out of line. Mayer continues to lead through 3 and 4. Sanchez coming back. It's going to be a drag race as we get ready to come off of 4. Can Mayer use the side draft? Sanchez leads. As we come to the line, Sanchez with the win.
Gets the win, and there's death after the line. Sanchez, Mayer, and Schroeder, your top three.
And as we wait for results, we'll go ahead and remind you guys, this is what the round of 16 looked like. Just looking at a couple of things. I'm looking to see who may or may not be in this at this point. Wes Hogue is definitely out. I'm looking to see anybody else. Michael Ziegler's probably out based on what I'm seeing. So it's going to get rid of 2 there. Who else? I think maybe Bulliard and I believe Foskey are the 4 that are out. We'll get the results up on screen now. I'll get this thing off. We'll get race results up. And your winner tonight, Rick Sanchez by 0.037 over James Mayer. Andrew Schroeder going to come home 3rd. Rick Seabrand's 4th. Trey Ashworth 5th. Clint Econolodge 6th. James Pileski 7th. Mark Band's going to come home 8th. Rob Collier 9th. And Joe Thompson 10th. So was waiting to see if we get our lead or our winner into the interview waiting room.
I see Schroeder.
I was gonna say, I know we've got Andrew Schroeder. We'll wait to see if Rick Sanchez pops in here. I don't have Rick. Yeah, that was definitely a rough race, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and grab Andrew really quick. Andrew, 3rd place on the night tonight, man. It was looking a little hairy there towards the end, but you were able to survive. Walk me through the night a little bit.
It's wild. I would have one race. You knew it was gonna wind up being wild there at the end. You know, the advancing after one race. So
right.
Yeah, a lot of pushing and shoving. Guys didn't want to live. It's super speedway racing.
I mean,
we do this 4 or 5 nights a week, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured with it being the round of 16, we were going to see a lot of people pushing, shoving, tempers flaring. I mean, we heard it a lot the last 5-6 laps while we were under caution there. Yeah, but it seemed like you're able to capitalize a little bit, especially with the early pit cycle, like you guys did a couple of weeks ago. And it wound up paying off to pull off a 3rd place there at the end.
Yeah, we just wanted to advance. Got our teammate Rick pushed up. I think it was top 5 of us were all. I don't know who actually was it. Jim won, or Rick won, Jim 2nd, and me 3rd. I think it was.
Yep.
And then Seabrand's I think was 4th. I think
yes.
Mark fell back a little bit, but yeah. And Anthony got caught up in that wreck. I don't know why there wasn't a caution.
Yeah, we were kind of looking at it, and it was kind of wild because it was pretty much all over the place. A couple of cars sideways, but yeah, nothing come out. So
yeah, it got a little wild. We expected. I think next week's 87s at Talladega. Ugh.
I believe so. That's one of my favorites.
That's amazing.
I suck with them cars. I'm so bad. You'll see. I'll knock the walls down.
Ask me later. I'll give you a couple of tips.
These guys have been trying to help me with them.
I'll coach you up.
There you go. Sometimes the coach needs a little coaching, but yeah, that's fun night. I know everybody's arguing in there, but it's all fun with them. So I'm sure Discord will be lit up tomorrow. And
I'm sure. after
Oh, yeah.
everybody's had time to cool off. But well, good job on the
So,
third place tonight.
yeah.
Anybody you want to shout out
Yeah.
before we let you go?
You for the Greg broadcast, Wes, everybody, my teammates, Rick, Mark, Jim, Anthony, the other Rick, and Rick. I think I'm forgetting somebody. Oh my God, I just wasn't expecting the interview. But yeah, all my teammates and everything, and yeah.
All right, buddy.
So
Well,
great job, guys.
good run tonight, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Hell yeah, buddy. We'll catch you next week.
All righty. All right, let's get your winner in here. Rick Sanchez pulling off the win tonight. Man, it looked like it got kind of wild there after you guys pitted. I was just talking with Andrew, and I said, you guys seem to make the right choice tonight. Do it pitting early like you guys did a couple of weeks ago. And it definitely paid off.
Yeah, we always try to do that, pit as a crew, just keep your speeds going
Right.
and momentum going. And, you always hope for that it stays green because that's where you get your distance, and spread the field out a little bit. But that first one, I think everybody but maybe Anthony behind me wrecked coming in the pits.
Yeah, we caught that on broadcast because Robin was kind of in the middle of that one, and
yeah, we caught her at a bad spot.
Oh, it was like the worst spot to catch a lap down car or a car coming off a pit road, and
right when everybody's about to enter.
Yeah, and then all hell kind of breaks loose right there. But
that happens.
Yeah, it definitely does. But yeah, I think like I was talking with Andrew just a second ago, I think the early pit saved you guys from obviously being in the middle of the wreck up front, and then it cycles you guys to the front because at this point you don't have to pit the rest of the race, and you're just able to capitalize on the track position at that point.
Yeah, and then staying out there, we were shutting the motor off and clutching it to keep keep his gas up there so we can get through as many. We didn't know how many green white checkers we were going to have to go through. So
right. Yeah, it was funny because I even said something to RJ while we were sitting up there. I was like, I wonder if they figured in green white checkers or not.
Yeah, that's where the shutting the motor off and clutching and staying, staying on the bottom, staying on the apron.
Been there many a time. So,
yeah.
Well, good win tonight.
We were good on gas.
I kind of figured because you guys are always pretty close. I think you guys, and this is just my guess, but I think you guys plan for at least one just in case because you'd hate to be sitting there, and have to pit and nobody else does. But you guys looked like you were pretty solid.
Yeah, we just look at the little fuel meter and say, okay, we need 8. If we get some green white checkers, we got to cover that, and
right.
And then as soon as we got that covered, that's when we go,
Yep, I totally get that. So, well, good win tonight.
A couple guys that are really good at that. Anthony and James both are real good at calculating that fuel.
See, I can't do that on the fly. Dennis is actually really good at it. I usually can count on him to do some quick calculation. But
guys.
Yep,
we're looking at them going, okay, what are we doing?
Right.
Tell us win.
Well, it was a solid win tonight. You walk away with the points lead tonight.
This is just one. We got 3 more. So.
Oh, I know, but every one of them helps.
Yep, appreciate it.
So, anybody you want to shout out before we let you go?
I'll just shout out to you guys, Liberty putting on an awesome little series here. Stevens Motorsports putting on a good broadcast. Shout out to the family over there in chat. Nesby, that's my wife over there, and Belva is my mom.
Okay. Now I'm putting together who's who. So it's making sense now.
All right. Yeah. A bunch of dots just got connected.
Yeah. All righty. Well, like I said, congrats on the win tonight. Hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too, Rick. All righty. And we'll get our last interview in for the night. James Mayer, you led a lot there at the end and then come home second. Solid drive on the night. You stayed out of trouble. Walk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. Rode around in the back there for a good while, just, making sure I was clean to be there at the end. Always love to finish a race with a 0x in any league. So that's a win in my book.
Right.
Do that. yeah, so that was the plan. Just trying to watch the fuel mileage in case it's turned into a fuel mileage race. We kind of love those, on our team. So, yeah, I mean, that was the plan. Just keep it clean to be there at the end.
Yeah, like I said, I think you guys did a great job of capitalizing on the early pit, because then once the caution come out, you guys don't got a pit. It puts you guys up front, and then you guys just battle it out amongst each other pretty much.
Yeah, that was the plan after we, got past that point of it being like a stretch it for fuel mileage. We were planning we'll go early, and hopefully, flip the field if we can come out organized. So that worked out pretty well. Got that caution there. I was worried we'd be trapped a little bit, but we ended up cycling to the front, so it worked out.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's funny how you guys can almost time the pit cycle almost perfect, and if the caution comes out, it really benefits you quite well. So, and evident by the fact that you guys went 1, 2, 3, 4 tonight. I mean, that's pretty impressive as a group. So, but anyway, anybody you want to shout out before we let you go for the night?
Yeah, of course. The guys I run with, they keep this stuff fun. It's fun battling out with those guys there. I was doing my best to try to swap lanes there to keep those guys cool. So I could try to, make sure we were all there at the end. Sanchez, Seabrand, Schroeder, they're all in the playoffs, so they're all fighting for something. I'm just here trying to steal one of these wins away. But, so shout out to those guys, Mark and all those guys. They keep this stuff fun. Everybody, at Liberty, running the league is not easy. They got to deal with all the complaints and, so shout out to those guys for keeping this league running. And, of course, you guys in the booth put on the show.
I was gonna say you came actually really close to snagging Wes's $50 there.
Yeah, you did.
Real close.
Yeah, almost. I was, one more lap there. If I would have got clear, I would have went back low there. That low side. I felt like the time I did spend up front, I felt like the low line was better. But I just mainly trying to keep them cool so we can be competitive if that third line did come.
Right. Well. You come close. We've got 3 more rounds to try to snag that $50. I'm waiting for somebody to do it. So
yeah, we'll have the same plan next week. To keep it clean, to be there at the end, and hopefully we can snag it one of these weeks.
Exactly. So, well, good job on the second place tonight. We'll go ahead and let you go, and hopefully we can talk to you again next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
All righty. All right, that was James Mayer. Well, RJ, thoughts on the night?
Honestly, I thought it was a fantastic race. A couple of wrecks here and there that we really didn't want to see, but that's just because you're rooting for that driver. All in all, I think it was a really good race. I really do. I can't complain. Great side-by-side action. A few battles, rivalries.
Yeah,
tempers
for
got
sure.
flared.
I think we're going to see more as we get, down further and further. We go to round of 12 next week. So yeah, I expect the rivalries to heat up, like you said. So
Other than that, I think it was a good race. I do.
I'm kind of right there with you. All in all, we didn't see a lot of cautions, especially for a super speedway race. A lot of guys were still in it, even at the end. So props to everybody for keeping it on track. We, obviously we saw some guys wreck out, that sort of thing, but, all in all, I think everybody had fun. So, as I said at the top of the broadcast, we'll be live again tomorrow night. We've got 87s from Daytona with the, Yes Car thermal sweep guys. We'll have all that action starting at about, it's either 9 or 10. Keep an eye on the Discord, or we'll keep an eye on the YouTube channel, for all that information. Then we've got Yes Car 3D coming up this weekend, as well as the charity race at Talladega Saturday afternoon, followed by Fast Car on Sunday. So plenty of racing action all through the week. My wife's going to kill me because our anniversary is this weekend. That's already a thing. Love you, dear. But we will catch all of you guys again tomorrow night. Like I said, about 9, 10 o'clock. So we'll see you guys then.
Bye.